Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I'm back with another video from the CDL qualifiers, breaking down my gameplay against every single class. And today we're going to be hopping into the game versus Yabs versus an SL Warlock who racked up quite a bit of wins in the CDL. It was a very difficult matchup for me. Last time we broke down Druid, this time we're breaking down Warlock. I'm going to be breaking down every single class, so for you guys, let me know down below in the comments which class you guys want me to break down next. Let's jump into it. Here we have the SL Warlock versus Mage. Very hard matchup, I would say. Lock, Druid, and Priest are the three hardest for Mage. But like I said, with the Druid, it is possible if the enemy makes a lot of blunders. Duel is about to start, and as soon as we hit accept, cool, I'll pause it right there. Duel starts. We have Slow Fall, we have Rank, 1 Mana Shield, we have Fire Ward, we have Ice Barrier, we have Dampen Magic, we have Mage Armor, we have Arcane Intellect, and of course, the savory Diviate Delight, alright? We have the Shadow Reflector equipped as the first trinket, and Baram's equipped as the second trinket. We have the Mana Offhand available, we have the Mana Gems, we have the Tubers, we have all of our cooldowns, okay? Both blocks and the Thorium Nades. The Warlock is playing SL Warlock, and we're similarly geared, I think. I think we're very similarly geared. I might have a slight edge in gear, actually, on this Warlock. But of course, very good competitor. He was in the CDL, and he got quite a bit of wins. First Global, Fire Blast. Second Global, Detect Magic. Third Global, Baravs. In the Druid, we had to slow play it. In the Warlock, we have to burst him down, or we're going to lose, using the Baravs a lot sooner against the Warlock. Using the Fire Blast, getting it on cooldown so we can Fire Blast again. The Warlock is going to have a pet, so casting Frostbolt is going to be hard with a lot of knockbacks. So we're going to go in with instant cast spells. Cone of Cold, Fire Blast, Arcane Explosion, Wand, Thorium Nades, Baravs, more Arcane Explosions. Let's see how this goes. Fear comes out. We try to avoid it. Nade gets resisted. Okay, Spell Lock comes out. Shadowburn comes out. Have the Rebarrier available in 9 seconds. Have that Shadow Reflector as well ready for us. And we go with the Counterspell on to the Shadow Bolt and Arcane Explosions. Arcane Explosions. Coil comes out. Ideally, in a perfect world, we either reflect the coil or block the coil. I was mid-global, couldn't do either. Decide to block the coil, come back in, Fire Blast. Reflect the Shadowburn. This was huge. This, guys, you have to either block coil, reflect coil, block Shadowburn, reflect Shadowburn, something like that in order to beat Warlock, right? You have to do a crazy swing. This was our swing. Come out of the block, pop Shadow Reflector now. Coming out of block and popping Shadow Reflector against Shadow Priest and against Warlock is a very good maneuver. The reason why is when you're out of block, they're going to want to re-dot you. They're going to want to get more pressure. That's when a Fear is going to come. That's when a Agony is going to come. A Corruption is going to come. The Shadow Burns is going to come. Block, coming out of the block and protecting yourself with the Shadow Reflector is very powerful against Warlock, okay? If you take one thing away from this video, block, come out of the block, then use the Reflector. Thumbs up. Okay, so we reflect that Shadowburn. Now he's at 2,000 life, we're at 1,800. We still have that Tuber, still have a second block with that Cold Snap available, and we still have, good amount of health, 1,800 health plus that barrier, so this isn't going terribly. He uses his Barav String, and now we Arcane Explosion once, we Nova, and then we Cone of Cold the Warlock. I should have aimed my Cone of Cold to hit the Baravs too. Oh wait, no, I did. Aim the Cone of Cold to hit the Baravs as well. He has the Fire Reflector up, so I don't Fire Blast. This is very important. We see the Fire Reflector, so we hold our Fire Blast. I know people are going to say, Xaryu, what's the cooldown or add-on to see this? I'm using Detect Magic. That's an ability that mages have to see his buffs and debuffs, right? To see the icon here, it's an add-on called Classic Aura Durations. I'll link my add-ons down below, or you could just Google Xaryu add-ons. It should come up. It comes up on his nameplate, so it's very easy to see with that Fire Reflector. Since he has the Fire Reflector up, I'm not going to use Fire Blast. I actually, look at this, I'm spamming Fire Blast right here, spamming Fire Blast, right? You can see it lit up. I cancel the Fire Blast and then hit Barrier instead. I'm like, okay, nope, don't want to do that. So that's paying attention, seeing what they're doing, and playing reactively. A lot of World of Warcraft is paying attention to your opponent and playing reactively. Okay, so we're getting closer to out of mana. He's casting some more damage out onto us. Ooh, big blunder by him, casting that nade into the block. We come out, we Fire Blast the pet. It's almost dead. We Arcane Explosion, the pet actually dies. That's not going to happen all the time, but I'm very happy it happened here. We're going to go for a quick evocation because we're completely tapped on mana. If this evo got interrupted somehow, I would probably switch to my mana offhand to use it within 30 seconds. But we get 1 tick, 2 ticks, and that should be enough to take out the Warlock. So we cancel that, we Cold, we Fire Blast, we Arcane Explosion, we Counterspell the Warlock, and he does go down. So, this is one of Mage's hardest matchups. You're only going to win if you do something crazy like Reflect a Shadow Burn, Reflect a Coil, Block a Coil. You're only going to win if you have every single cooldown available, right? Both blocks, Evo, Nade, Trinkets, Shadow Reflector, right? In a second duel against a Warlock, it's not going to go as nice, and I'll show you guys here in a second how come, right? Because we're going to duel twice in a row as per the CDL rules. But yeah, if you're gonna beat a Warlock, guys, you're dueling your friends outside Orgrimmar, or Stormwind if you're Alliance for some reason, dude. I hope it's Orgrimmar. Anyway, you're dueling your friends. You want to get the W. That's how you're gonna do it, right? You're gonna use all your cooldowns, and then you're going to be able to sometimes take a crazy win. But I would say the Warlock is 80 to 90% favorite in that matchup. So now I have to switch my cooldowns. I don't have all of the cooldowns I want here. Definitely not. I could switch to Shadow Reflector and Draggling. I could switch to Chicken and Draggling. Looks like I swapped to Arena Grandmaster and Draggling, though, up for the second duel against this Warlock. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Like the Dueling Rules said, guys, I keep repeating myself, but essentially it's 2 duels in a row. In between the duels, you just eat and shrink back to full HP and full mana, and then from there you can get going. So I'm going to fast forward through this. Here we have Yabs challenging us to a duel. We shrink back to full, and we have to begin pretty much right now. So we actually go with the Fire Reflector and the Dragonling. The reason I opted out of the AGM is because I wanted to save it for my next duel, because I pretty much, in my mind, thought I already got 1 win against the Lock. It's going to be pretty freaking hard to get 2 wins against the Lock. My Shadow Reflector is still on cooldown, so I have that Flame Reflector to reflect and immolate, and we have that Mythical Dragonling. I actually kind of like this choice here. I have the Tuber available in 5 seconds. I have no Evo and no blocks. That's going to be a hard one to win. Duel starts now. I Fire Blast. I Detect Magic, right? Standard opener. Get the Fire Blast to cooldown, Detect Magic so we can see when he has the reflectors up. We blink in. I Counterspell and Nade and go for an Arcane Explosion or 2. Maybe we can get a wand out here. We use the Mythical Dragonling and we reflect the Immolate. So a lot of early pressure, actually. Dragonling gets destroyed. I'm going to see if... How did he destroy this Dragonling? Thorium Nade. Maybe he Thorium Naded the Dragonling. If that was actually the case, that was insane by Yabs to Thorium Nade the Dragonling. The Dragonling is the one thing in the matchup that might help you win, because it's pretty hard for Warlocks to kill the Dragonling fast enough because they only have those dots. But using that Nade to kill it, if that's what happened there, was very smart. That was my 1 ticket to maybe win this matchup. Big blunder by me. I don't Will of Forsaken for like 3 seconds. That was really dumb by me. I must have been trying to... I was probably thinking, how did he kill my Dragonling so fast? No, most Warlocks don't do that. Arcane Explosion. I'm trying to line of sight this Shadow Bolt. Looks like I do manage to do so. A lot of good damage, a lot of crits. Warlock's getting lower, but we're getting lower. We've already used our Tuber. We have no blocks. This is the story, right? Lock's 2,000 life. We're at 700 life. If I willed that Fear a bit sooner and my Dragonling didn't die, I might have been able to take this, but with both of those things not going in our favor, the Warlock does take it, and that's a good duel. So yeah, let's look at the mistakes. Didn't Will of Forsaken the Fear. Maybe could have waited on the Thorium Nade to then throw down the Dragonling so it didn't die. And other than that, I kind of like how that was played, right? We're Fire Blasting. We're playing very aggressive against the Warlock. We're not trying to outlast the Warlock. The longer it goes, the more it is in that Warlock's favor. Yeah, first duel, we had the blocks. If things go south, we block off all the dots. Cold Snap, block off all the dots again. We have that Shadow Reflector, which is going to give us a bit more value than that Flame Reflector. We've reflected the Shadow Burn, right? Like, everything in that first duel went perfect. Second duel, not quite so perfect. We still got the Warlock below half, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But guys, if you are going to beat a Warlock in a best of 1, it's going to look like the first duel. And then the second duel kind of shows you why you need a lot of those cooldowns. But we still can learn from the losses and look what we could have done better in that situation as well. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you did not enjoy the video, make sure to give it a big thumbs down. Talk to me down below in the comments about what type of videos you guys want to see in the upcoming future. I still have Mage vs. Rogue footage, Mage vs. Priest, Mage vs. Shaman, Mage vs. Hunter, Mage vs. Warrior. Tons of different video clips for you guys to choose from my games in the CDL qualifiers. Let's break them all down for you guys, teach you guys exactly what I'm thinking in these duels. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next upload.